Hello, 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 story time. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome into the stream. Hope everyone is doing well. It is Tuesday in it. Not really much people going on YouTube at the moment. We've only got Stoogie over there. Howdy, 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 howdy. Am I early? We go live about 10 minutes before we actually go live, if it makes sense. Gives a chance for everyone to kind of trickle in and stuff. But YouTube is... There's a few people there, but not a lot of people talking. Over on the old Twitcheroo, Kabrinsky is here. Brontness is here. Collins Painting Adventures here. Hello. Ashley Gibson is here. Hello. John Foster, 1988. White Wolf, hello, hello, hello. How's everybody getting on? Good evening. Hendrickson, hello, hello, hello. Toshiba is here. Hello. Missing anyone? Hydrate, I bloody well intend to. With some tropical Red Bull. Annihilated Hope. What a grim name. Good evening. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Anyway, how are we all getting on? Hope everyone is doing very well. Doomslayer. Yo, yo, yo. I'm going to be working on some Death Guard Terminators. Obviously we just got the green done on them on the last stream because we were yapping so much, but I've decided I am just going to work these guys through for a couple of streams and get them done and just have another cool unit done for that box set. Very much enjoying doing the Death Guard for myself, so stream is a great place to do stuff for myself. So yeah, what colors are we going with? Let me grab one of the finished ones, I suppose. Crap in the way. I'll grab the last two things that I did. I did videos on both of these as well. So live sheen. So we get a good old view. Zoom out just a tad because they're a bit too close. So we did this guy. So this is the blight drone that I did for the last video I did for the Death Guard. People seem to like that guy. Turns out the one of these with the, I don't know what option it is mental in the game now. Didn't know. Not that I built the one that's really mental. I'm just saying there is apparently one that's really mental. So this is the scheme, and here it is on an infantry boy. So hopefully the Terminators will look like this guy. Yeah, that's the plan. Hope with me that I can pull that off and make it look like this. We've already done Mortarion, a squad of 6 dudes, a sorcerer, that guy, and the drones. We've got like a little bit of an army started off. Terminators will help, another squad of infantry will help, and we're kind of working our way towards actually getting a little army done. Paint scheme video is in description. Laura is way ahead of the game as usual. I have really been feeling the old World Eaters colors lately. The white with the blue. Never mad on that one. I like it when they do it when it's super chipped and like covered in blood and real gore slick. I thought that was really cool. Would Irish Death Guard just be chucking poison potatoes at people? Yeah, the title in like Laura wrote the title and it makes it seem like we're doing Irish Death Guard. We're not. We're an Irish streamer. We're doing Death Guard Terminators. I'm playing Trench Crusade as well. A solid choice. We will be doing more Trench Crusade content very soon. We're just struggling with one particular detail with one printer, which is not being very cooperative right now. And the whole video is based around that machine doing a certain job, and it's not doing that job very well. So, yeah. A bit annoying, Good evening, hope all things are well. May ye all be hassing, funds. And Geet, what in the hell are you trying to say, Axelon? I'm loving painting New Emperor's Children. Yeah, I really enjoy them. Like, way more than I thought I was going to. I enjoy painting Emperor's Children. So, I'm right there with you. This is too much and far too garish. Perfect, yes. Things are good. Hello, hello, hobby friends. Callum, hello. I was going to do Doomslayer themed salamanders. That sounds awesome. And just play the soundtrack when you're playing your games. Just very aggressive. like that world-eared person that was like doing push-ups and giving out to his opponent. Yeah. Today I was a meme. I walked into a shop to buy paint and walked out with a paint and a Lieutenant Titus model. Yeah, well, like that's not really a fail. You didn't think Lieutenant Titus was there. If you had walked in and you picked something that you knew was going to be there, then that was a fail. But you walked in, you paint, and then you were surprised by there being Lieutenant Titus model there, right? And then you picked it up. You didn't fail at all, buddy. You're winning. You're winning at life. You have Titus. He's a great model to do. Enjoy it. You're winning. Just trying to get you to say silly things as always. Well, I don't know. I don't know what silly things you're actually trying to get me to say that time. It was really confusing. I want to start an Emperor's Children army. Do it. Having funds, good times. Oh. No. I love you, buddy, but no. I can't wait till I can start painting my Death Guard. I'm so going to use your recipe. Nice. Make sure I share thingy in the Instagram so I can see your posts and stuff. I want to see what you do. It's one of my favorite things. Like the day that like 2 days after Fulgrim got released, there was like 3 different people who tagged me on Instagram that they were using my guide and they'd finished painting Fulgrim, and that felt really cool. So I really like that. Like I said, I've got the Death Guard Terminators, which took a long time to get the green. I was gonna say blue for some silly reason. The green blocked in on them all, but that is done. And now I've got a bunch of other contrasts and some metallics and stuff. So I'm just gonna start base coating, having a good time, having a chill time. I've been painting like a maniac the last 2 days, getting my 1,000-point army done for my 1,000th video. So it's out tomorrow. After this stream goes live, that'll be 999 videos on the stream, on the channel. So tomorrow, the painting 1,000 points of Tyranids in 12 hours goes live. It's probably going to be more like 14 hours. Don't tell anyone though. Blocking in the blue carapace is just killing me. It's taking way more time than expected. So, but yeah, we're actually nearly there. I've got like a 2-hour painting session left after this stream. And I think I'm there with my 1,000 points of Tyranids in 2 days. So yeah. Back from the land of sand. The humidity is nuts at the moment. Yeah, the humidity is really bad here at the moment, and obviously it's not nearly as bad there. No, not 1,000 points of 1,000 suns. If I'd done 1,000 points of 1,000 suns, I'd spend 1,000 hours painting trim, and that would be no fun. Question: you have / had old GW yellow glaze. How much does it differ from example the two things? Basically the same thing. I genuinely don't think you'll notice a difference at all. So, like if you don't have a lot of it, just buy the 2 thin coats. I've used both on my Death Guard now and haven't noticed a difference. So you're good. They probably, like the actual chemical composition of that yellow glaze probably comes from the same factory. Painting till it's done tonight. Brontonus, I might have a present for you as well. So it's May and tomorrow is going to be 37.8 degrees. Okay. Yeah. I'm doing 1,000 points in 1,000 hours. Oh my god. Color me and treat. Yeah, it's pretty cool, I think. Hold on, I'll show it to you. It's not a surprise or anything. I just have to make some content with it first, and then you can have it. It's this thing. It's called a Hallet X1. You can look it up for yourself now. But I did promise you one, so here it is. Not even open yet. Only arrived yesterday. Allow his naughty post. Yeah, it is warm. Like I was supposed to close that window before we started because the light gets all messed up and there might be like planes flying over and it might be really loud. But I forgot to, and now I'm like, I'm gonna leave it until somebody gives out to me, so it's totally fine. Laura will be joining us early in this stream, so like maybe 20 past ish. So I'm not gonna like try and do loads of brush work until she shows up and can take over chatting to you peeps about trains and Bigfoot and all sorts of other things. And then I'll start brushing away. There was a plane earlier, but honestly it was not that loud. Okay, good. Yeah. So I had a question as well, which I thought was funny. I said it to Laura before the stream that I was going to ask this question just because it's in my head. My brain does weird things where it puts scenarios in my brain, and I'm just curious, right? Let's say you got locked in a room for a year, not like super locked or like anything bad or anything like that. You've got full access to food and water and all that comfortable. You're living a comfortable time, but you get to take one project in with you for the year. So you've got a year to work on one solid project with no distractions or no bad things or no. What would that project be? For me, it was what backlog item would I choose to take in with me and try and get done. But for other people, if you don't have it already, you could pick something else and go in and do 5,000 points of knights or something, that kind of thing. Like, what would be okay, I'm going to dedicate a year of my time to getting this project done. What would you do? I'm going to try and get these Wraith Lords knocked out this month. Nice. If I were in a Fallout vault for a year. Basically, the remaining 5k sisters I've got to paint. Yep. That would be amazing. Like, imagine just all the sisters you currently own done to the level that you've done the first batch. A Bretonnian army? Yeah. Bretonians do take time. You get a lot done in a year, though. Right, at this current month, starting a Wood Elf army. Nice. Prince Vordry will take you a year. Yeah, to save up and buy freehand an army of knights. Jesus. That'd be amazing though. What a unit of knights, right? Kingdom Death Monster Core Wave 1 Monsters and Gambler's Chest. You might need more than a year to do that one, but another company of Blood Angels. True, that would be really good. Night Lord army based on World Eater's rules, full conversion. You, sir, chef is over here spitting truths on YouTube. A Night Lord's army based on World Eater's rules. Would it be World Eater's rules or be like Raven Guard rules or whole new Space Wolf lineup? Great choice. I would try to use all the yarn I have bought in the last 5 months. Try and paint up the Tau in 3 different seps. Yeah, I originally thought about my Death Guard because I'm enjoying them so much and I have so much of them to paint that I think I would just have this like really beautiful Death Guard. But my brain then wandered to my Tau, which is in the same place. Like, I don't have a really good solid Tau, and I would love to be able to spend loads of time doing a big army of them. So between me, I think it would be Tau or Death Guard. I don't need to buy him. I've awarded him as an anniversary present. Lucky man. I don't normally scoff at Games Workshop pricing. I really don't. I'm like, we're adults. We can spend our money on what we want. Everything is expensive. Every hobby's expensive. People spend thousands on tennis rackets and golf clubs and stuff. We can spend what we want on our war dollies. But €150 for that one model is just rubbing me the wrong way. What have I missed? We are talking about if you're locked in a Fallout shelter for 1 year to do hobby, what single project would you like to work on for a solid year? I have 2,500 to 3,000 points of Grey Bretonnia. So a year without distraction would be good, right? I probably do not need to buy any more yarn. That's not going to stop me now. Why should it? Andy thieving into my mind, of course. Always. Slaves to Darkness army with Archeon. Nice. Archeon is one of the reasons why I'm so annoyed at the price of Vordry. Like, because Archeon is cheaper than him by quite a margin. And he's like twice the amount of plastic and 3 times the size and just sexier model. So I don't understand. I didn't agree with the price. She did order a third party though, so she probably got like 10-15% off, 20% off, which is a lot of money. That, like, if you use the links that I have, you get like 20% off new releases. So 20% of that is €30. You're saving €30 from ordering it from one website to another. Like, that's insane. No, Andy, for you, it would have been Imperial Fists after I teach you the way. Yes, if you could teach me the weight of yellow before I went in, then it would be Imperial Fist, yes. You'll come out with your favorite army and yellow to... Yeah, I would be yellow Fu Master, yeah. And Bronson's head would be on a pike outside because he's trying to paint yellow. It just wouldn't have that. One guy was showing me his new 800-pound cricket bat. My only thought was, I got 80-pound bat, so I could also buy idle. But yeah, but he's so happy with that. His £800 cricket bat. Delighted. So who are we to like judge? People forget buying hobby and completing hobby are different hobbies, but like both are good hobby. Off the top of my head, do your links ship to the US? No, not yet. I need to find one for the US. I have one to like Europe, and I have one for the UK. So I don't know if the European one will ship over. You can try. The links are there under all my videos, all my recent videos. So you can check that out if you want. I need to update my link tree actually. I'd like to do a kill team of each loyalist legion. That's an awesome project. White Wolf gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the community, 378 to the channel. That's incredible. Yeah, we actually dropped in subs again. We were on 89 subs. Did he update it then? Yeah, that brought it to 89 subs. Thank you very much. You are, of course, always so kind. My dream camera lens costs £15,000. So, yeah, it's insanity, but you want it, right? The EU stores aren't allowed to ship to US against the terms of store. There you go. Any gifted / sub, yes. Other hobby challenges could be to devour as much of the horse heresy in that time. You just play the audiobooks while you paint, you'd get through the whole thing. I mean, with discount, you can get him for about 110, 115. Still not nice, but a bit more swallowable. One of the weird things I find is like, if you're buying into game, like let's say you're not a big crazy painter. So if you're a painter, you're going to pick that one, obviously. But if you're like, it's just a gamer, why would you not just buy the old one, which is still available on the website? He's gorgeous. I still think that's a really, really nice model. And it's €60. You save €90 buying it that way. They won't show you that you can still buy it, but it's if you buy a Terrorgeist from the Flesh Eater Court range, it comes with all the parts to build the Vampire Lord on Dragon. So, will you paint Scarbrand soon? No, I don't even own a Scarbrand, so I do apologize, but I will not be painting a Scarbrand soon. The closest thing you could do is go for my Angron video. You probably get everything you need from that video to paint up a Scarbrand. Either a Death Corp, Bretonia, or Marvel Zombicide. Yeah, like if you're a big Guard fan, like that would be the year you would decide to do a Krieg Force and you'd like put a lot of work in. My 4-year-old would like me to paint my Space Marines as Imperial Fist. That's because he's got taste. That is not that child's first time on this world, and the last time he was a proud son of Dorne as well, and he's just getting ready to get back into the swing of things. Element ships to the US. Now, I don't know if Element does. I do not know, buddy. You can try. Someone should try. I don't mean actually like hit order. Just see if you can ship. If you're into guns, a decent sniper with everything runs you 15 to 50k. Not talking about range fee. Yeah, absolutely. If you're into the guns, that's a whole different ball game of cost. The boss is ready. Let me pull her into the chat. Stream together. I don't know why I'm talking like that. You make me feel like she's Asian or something, which she's not. I can hear you clicking away, so...
You can hear me already?
Yeah, clicking away. I see you. I spy with my little eye. Are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you twice, and now I think I can only hear you once, maybe? Hello?
Maybe it's because you're loud. Yeah, sometimes I have the desktop audio too loud. So then it plays through twice, but now you're going to be a little bit less. Is there is a model Andy doesn't own? No, there's no model I don't own. How dare you? Which model do I not own?
Scarbrand.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I own him.
Is everyone hearing me and not echoing and stuff? Because Andy needs new headphones. We don't have it.
Will land themselves in GW ban list. Okay, I get what you mean, yeah. My other hobbies are firearms and a streetcar. Both make Warhammer look inexpensive. Yeah, they would do. Nexus, thank you very much for joining in. First time chat. White Wolf is a bit bossy. You'll get over it. You know, he tells people to join all the time. Yeah, it's okay though. All sound okay. Sounds fine. No echoes. So
Great.
we're
Awesome.
good. We are good. A hype chest has opened up, Barney. What did we get? We spilled the tea. Is the best emote ever. That's look at it. Spill the tea.
Okay, I think you need to share a secret then, Andy. I think that's what it's saying.
What?
Share a secret. Share some.
Oh.
Spill some tea.
What's this? A secret? I don't know. I very much dislike the new Heresy box. I think majority of the models inside of it are total ass, and I think because it got leaked, it should just get cancelled. There you go. That's everything. Saturnine is ass.
That's the tea.
There you go. Enjoy it. With that, I'm gonna finally take a sip of my energy drink.
Secret. Andy hates wargaming. He just does it for the money.
Yeah. Funny point on that though is I talk about me being like a drug addict obsessed with this hobby, but I think it's not unhealthy because it's kind of directed into like, you know, okay places. It's not like I'm a, you know what I mean? Like it's okay. But I definitely think, I won't name any names, even though I'd really like to, but I definitely think there is people out there who started doing like hobby and YouTube channels and stuff who now no longer do the hobby and they don't really enjoy it and they just do it because it's their kind of like job. But like if they stop doing YouTube tomorrow, they would then not do the hobby anymore.
Yeah. They would ship everything away or throw it out or burn it or something. Yeah.
Was it your Heresy box, that Porch Pirate stuff? No, there's been no word on people getting those boxes or anything like that yet. I don't know where that one came from. Lord's Convinced Games Workshop leaked it for the like.
I have my own theories about the leaks about Games Workshop. Stoogie, we will not break the NDAs with our tea spilling, but we'll spill other gossip.
Spill the tea. Who do you think hates this? Oh, crap, I gotta... Alright, I'm gonna start putting paint on dollies now.
Hobby burnout. Axelon, are you talking about people who started it for, like, the YouTube people? Or...
Yeah, basically, it could be that, literally that hobby burnout thing.
But was it burnout, or was it a kind of thing that they liked, and then they... Yeah, I suppose, yeah, they don't have enough passion for it. Name the names. Well, why don't you guys name some names of people you might think that we are talking about?
I'll cough once if you're right.
Did we all see the leaks today? What was it? The Saturn? How do you say it?
Saturnine, yes.
Saturnine. Yes, the leaks.
I did see the Saturnine. The Mark II look fine, but the Saturnine Terminators and Dreadnought I despise.
GW did mention Bigfoot, so I'm all happy. Will you do a Space Wolves painting week? We have been talking about that.
Yes.
But we haven't decided yet. I mean, all the hate channels do not seem to enjoy the hobby. Yeah, they earn money hating the hobby that they continuously talk about. And everyone else sits and watches them hate on a hobby. It's a bit weird. Discourse would be my bet.
Potentially.
Alistar is painting warp spiders tonight, trying purple and wraithbone color combo. It's tough. That does sound cool though. Purple and wraithbone, that sounds nice. Red rum, big demons are pretty tough to paint. Angron is way easier. I died almost painting a Fate Weaver.
A Fate Weaver is very different to I don't think he would be very difficult to paint at all. Corn stuff tends to not be particularly difficult to paint. Red is such an easy color to paint. Like, I have a bloodthirster I could build and paint for a video, but like, I might even have a goddamn dude. I don't know.
Around about somewhat. Giant Teletubby Terminators. I didn't look. I looked at the pictures, but then we were talking about them, so I wasn't looking at them that much. It can also feel like a hobby becomes. When a hobby becomes your job, it feels like less fun because it feels like work. That is why it's important that if you are gonna monetize your hobby, you really, really like it, and that you will have your days where you're not going to enjoy all of the things, but is it worth it enough not to be doing something that you hate every day for work? A great meme I saw was of a White Scars 30k player seeing slow Terminators, a slow Dread, and a gun emplacement saying nope, and then throwing the computer out the window. The Dread apparently is going to be the precursor for the Redemptor, and the Termies are based off the description in Shattered Legion. It is a weird one that they have this like amazing design currently, and then they have to go, okay, what shit did you have to have before you get to that stage? And then they have to go backwards, and it is a bit weird.
To me, it looks like War Machine. The models don't look like they're made by Games Workshop.
Maybe what I was saying earlier. Axon, I had that during uni when I would try and do my hobbies, but I felt like it was work just from being tired and exhausted, so I stopped for a bit. That's different if you're tired from something else and then you can't do your hobbies. It's like that energy is, you only have so much energy. Lord Virus pulled out my Soul Blight and got a shock. What shock did you get? To be honest, most colors are easy enough once you know how to, and yes, even white and yellow. Sure. I love that. If you have the right paints, like if you have a GW range of paints, then white and yellow are not easy to paint with.
I don't even think it's just paints. I think it's a skill level as well. Like, if you bring in 50 new people who've never painted miniatures before, they'll be more proficient with reds and blues and greens by the end of the first day than they will be with yellows and whites. So, I definitely think it's a skill.
I love that Andy and the channel have an easygoing vibe. It's great to follow. That's nice to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah, it feels like my childhood 25 years ago, sitting in GW shop painting together and like having nice hobby banter. That's cool.
Well,
I have enough.
That doesn't make any sense because there's a girl here.
True. Yeah, you'd all be hiding at the back of the shop if I had walked in 25 years ago. So. I have enough 30k with Legions Imperialis, and for that there is at least a decent sized community in Ireland. I still haven't seen any like people playing it. I would like to. Thanks for the brushes Patreon video, needed that. Often I make my painting life difficult by picking the wrong size brush.
That was all Laura. She bullied me into doing that. She said it was important,
I did.
So I did it. So
I did.
Thank her, not me.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a part 2, and your part 2 is going to be how do you take care of your brushes? Because I kind of figured that would be in that video, and then the video ended, and that was not in the video. So you're going to do another part.
God damn it.
We had a girl back then as well. Someone always brought their mum.
Swear to God, there was a funny... I remember being like 16, 17, maybe, I don't know, playing games, and some guy... It was just a funny joke, but it was like a girl walked in, And a guy without missing a beat was like, "Oh my god, a girl! What do I do? What if she gets pregnant? What if I get pregnant?" And then ran out of the store. It's just so like, that's how bad we are. What if she gets pregnant? What if I get pregnant? Oh, damn.
I mean, I would not choose GW as my main paint brand in general, but we have so many alternative brands. It's just that for a lot of people, if you're going in and you're buying your first models, then that is how you're going to start. Not a lot of people will start with a different paint brand and then pick up Warhammer. That's why for our tutorials, we try and focus on Citadel. There's a WhatsApp group that organise a monthly game in Dublin, either Gamers World or Underworld. I don't want to play myself. I just want to. I just want to see what a table of Imperialis looks like. Like I feel like I don't see any social media posts about people actually playing it. Like it was hype, and then there was like people painting, and our videos did well for them. And then I just feel like I haven't actually seen any games being played of it. Henry, by the way, I bought the Kill Team Core Rules book. I'm about 45 to 50% the way into it, and I decided to start with a Phobos Strike Team. And if I buy them on the Saturday at the same time as I buy the Wood Elves, I won't have to pay for shipping. That's pretty handy.
Really good. I also recommend that you watch the Games Workshop did a video on like the how to play the basics, which is only like 7 minutes long. Swear to God, it teaches you 80% of the rules right there, and it's so good. Like every time I go to play Kill Team, I just watch that video again before we start playing just to refresh myself.
Yeah,
it's real good.
Yeah, because like if you learn from that video and then you enjoy it, then you can still learn extra stuff. But
yeah, it's basically got the core stuff.
You'll get your game.
Stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
I guess we will find out on the 29th. What's happening on the 29th? 29th of May. So Lord Virus says, including the pre-orders, he has almost 7k Soulblight. That's awesome.
That is quite a lot.
I stopped calling it my Soulblight as my wife said it was weird to call it that. I just still call them vampire. Oh yeah. I don't know. I like Soulblight has not become part of my, I don't know, lexicon yet. It's just, oh yeah, the new vampire is getting more so than Soulblight.
So see this guy? He's got all these like cables running down here. I just want to paint them all like flesh and intestines and stuff spilling out over his armor.
His own or collected?
Either or. I just think of a lot of nice splash of colour, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, do it.
It's this. I basically want to add this into as much of it as possible.
I redirect myself to avoid burnout. Yeah, yeah. That would be cool. White Wolf, I redirect myself to avoid burnout. Today I built 2 models and nearly finished my Kill Team Captain.
Nice.
KT Captain? Am I just guessing that it's Kill Team, or did you mean something else? I would not have hidden. The irony of you spelling that word wrong. Andy is easygoing until things go wrong and then the Irish comes out. I mean that in the nicest way.
How fucking dare you? You backstared asshole.
Andy taking care of brushes is a video of him in the park with the brushes on a little swing or merry-go-round. We're definitely doing that.
Oh, balls.
A little bubble bath at the end of the day for them. Self-care.
I have
it's
a
important.
funny real idea, but Laura thinks we'll get in trouble for it. And it's, you know those signs that are outside disabled toilets? Which are, not all disabilities are, is it visible or What's
Not all disabilities are visible. Yeah.
Yeah, not all disabilities are visible. So it's like me walking up to like the bathroom, but like looking totally healthy. Well, as healthy as I normally look. Getting to the door and then someone being like, whoa, 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 like this is a disabled toilet, and I just go, I played Tau. They're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, sir. Off you go. I think it's hilarious. She seems to think someone will have a problem with it.
Someone has a problem with all of the things on the internet. My fiance and my daughter walked into Geek Retreat, and it was like a scene from the Big Bang Theory comic store. My daughter, who's 11, just started 40k. She loves painting more than playing. GW stores are so welcoming to her. Yeah, there's a huge change towards embracing, let's call them women. I think it's a lot of daughters of gamers and nerdy stuff being way more acceptable for women and in society in general. I know so many gamer friends who bring their daughters into the hobby, same with tabletop RPG and CCG, combat card games, maybe, and board games. Would that be that? CCG, combat card games?
I don't know, something card games, collectible card games.
Collectible card games might be a thing as well.
Who knows?
Looking at the title, I'm wondering what an Irish Death Guard would look like.
You did it again. It's not an Irish Death Guard.
The emojis and the exclamation point break up the title. Had a funny moment today swapping my Night Lords into a new case and thought, why are you lot so heavy? Look to the bottom and 60 Marines have 5-cent coins on the bottom for some extra weight. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So Ash from Gorilla Miniature Games seems like he was so burnt out on chasing the perpetually GW release schedule, but now that he basically never touches current GW stuff, he seems so much happier. He was doing like, well, pretty much what we were doing, 5 videos a week. But we don't do that now. But he was like...
He does that thing where he does nothing to like... He doesn't do himself any favours.
No.
Because that whole
he
idea,
does
like,
no
every video for every week is totally different to every other video.
Yeah.
So he has no community for any one thing.
And he doesn't post about his videos. He just upload.
I don't understand how that man knows all the rules though. All the rules ever. Every skirmish game he knows all of them. I don't know. He's a wizard.
Crazy. He has a brain for that. We do not have a brain for that. Collecting card games. Different word for trading card games. I wouldn't have got TCG either. I would have said the comfortable gorilla. It just wouldn't have come out trading card games. I played Yu-Gi-Oh, but I never had my own like decks or anything. Storming Wolf Gorilla Miniature Games. It's a YouTube channel. Good evening, Dorman. Have you gone back to your Scotsman yet?
He's too busy cleaning his carpet.
What did you do to your carpet?
He didn't make it any worse, that's for sure.
No. Oh, are we talking Imperialis? It's great. Models are amazing and the game is good fun. I really want to paint tiny models, which I have asked a number of times for. I want to do like little like tiny models and little scenes and stuff. But I don't want to play the game. I just want to see a game though. Axelon, I saw a game of Imperialis on my last day in Dublin. Was that in Gamers World? Because I could wander by Gamers World. Imperialis makes great basing for flying units. Yes. That would be cool. 29th is the heresy reveal, or at least it's when the countdown ends. Yeah, Soulblight are the Legions of Nagash, and I refuse to accept any other name. I just can't get the new name in my head. Henry, thanks for the tip. 7 to 8 minutes is not a big sacrifice to learn how to play. Kill team. Yeah, KT is kill team. I'm way behind. I'm so sorry. Lord Virus, I finished building the unit of 6 8-bound and primed them. Nice.
Where's the other one? Oh, 6 8-bound. That's right. Sorry. Somebody said 6. I heard 8 in my head. I was like, where's the last one gone?
Okay, Brontinus is telling you to make the reel, so you can, you know, take that on.
Oh, I shouldn't make it then.
Yeah. You're both right. I can imagine the backlash, though. I actually lost an eye in a tower-related incident, and that's actually really offensive. Yes.
We posted.
Why all the Tau? Sorry.
I love Tau. Don't worry about Tau hate. I love Tau. I don't know why people hate Tau.
It's just
they're jealous.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Although no, I will be getting a battlesuit thing hopefully soon. So I also do not. Although I'm not. Well, I will figure that out after.
That's their train of thought right there, people.
Trains.
No, not trains. Oh, your 2-week ban because of trains was just up. Now you're just gonna start all over.
Customizable, I believe. Nexus, what is customizable? Oh, customize. Oh, you for the cards. No, collectible is apparently what it is. Alistar, I have original epic 40k unpainted massive Eldar battle force. If I had a year in a box, I would do that. That would be cool. Storm and Wolf, I like my Tau. Had them since they got initially released. Cool.
Love me some Tau. I'll be gobbling up Brontis' Tau in a week or two, but other than that, silly tin cans of food.
Bare necessities. I want to paint my 2 tiny warhounds playing volleyball at the beach.
Us not being able to talk to women is starting to make more sense.
Yeah. Collectible card games are different to trading card games. Collectible card games come in expansions where you get all the cards in that set in one go, whereas trading card games like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, you collect and trade with people and ideally communicate. That's where you're gonna lose me. If you use Imperialis for flying unit bases, how small do the beans need to be that they're standing on? Little seeds of beans, I think. Oh, you could totally just use like what are those seeds that they go on the like burger buns?
Sesame seeds?
Yeah. Lord Virus now has set 9 exalted and 9 outbound.
I respect it.
Brantonus, me enjoying that humor is a great yardstick for not doing it. Yes. Andrew, will you please give the nice lady some of your war dollies? I just want the tiny ones.
Buddy,
And
I give
also,
her so much war dollies and then she doesn't do anything with the ones I give her, so...
I know. He keeps on going, like, I'll give you this if you do that one. And I'm like, but that's the one I want to do right now.
Like Frankenstein, how's he coming along?
He's looking
Good
great. He still looks like a cruise ship singer right now because he has a white jacket. But aside from that, he looks pretty cool.
Well, you've got to do all the monsters before Halloween, so you're a bit behind.
I am a bit behind, but remember, I also need the second one in order to make the background for the
No, be
first
giving
one.
me excuses. It's not what's stopping you at all.
Yeah,
Don't be trying.
it is for this. It is for the scale.
No.
Michael is asking, Andy, do you ever magnetize your minis?
No. I put magnets on their bases.
Yeah.
I go with my 18 new Von Rhein's Leapers that I just did yesterday. I did 18 of these yesterday, just so everyone's aware. They all have the War Mag basey bits on them, so they can get safely transported. Was all the bone bits for him done? Dunny no.
Yes, it was Gamers World for the Imperialis. It was Richie that I know.
Yeah.
It was
Him
Dark
and
Elf
Ken
player
play a
from
lot.
him and who?
Ken?
Okay. Dark Elf player from back in the day playing Emperor's Children versus Imperial Fisticuff.
That goes to show how old you are with how old you know Richie, that you can still consider him a Dark Elf player. He hasn't played Dark Elves in 20 years now.
Showing my age, but the Star Wars card game was customizable card game. I don't know that one, Nexus. When is the next 12-hour stream? When we can order the parts for the...
Yeah, we need weapons
model.
for the Reaver. Once we have the
Yeah.
just one of his weapon arms and the missiles from the top. Once I get those two things, we can do the longer stream and get the Titan painted in one sitting.
We'll give you guys as much notice as possible, though. But, yes.
Jesus!
Oh, bless you. What do you use to transport them in?
I use, it depends how many models I'm transporting. To store them, I use the Warmag cases. To transport them, if it's not a lot of models, I like the Green Stuff World. They come in 3 sizes now, but the trays with the magnetized bases. So for about 1,000 points, I like this. And if I'm going abroad, I'm planning on bringing this with me to Warmer World, maybe. But usually I just grab my Ard case that I bought from Games Workshop. If anyone doesn't know that, Games Workshop did do something called an Ard case a couple of years ago. And it's a Pelican case for transporting models. And it has like like it has even like, you turn it to have like a pressure seal on it. So when it's on the plane, it doesn't explode. And it's got a place to put like a padlock and stuff if you want to lock away your army. And it's real heavy duty. I had 2 of them, but I gave one to Ralderon. So that's my transporty things.
I wish the Warmag stuff was in Canada. Is he UK based?
He is, yeah.
Okay. He might. He was only like new at the Warmag part. Like the Magnet company is older, but the Warmag stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll expand. I got some old epic Tyranids if you want them. Potentially. I kind of just want the little Space Marines though. Like I just like, again, because I'm not using them for a game, I just want them for little silly things. So I don't want to take like, you know, historically important models and then put them in a little like farm, and then people will be like, well, that was a waste. So yeah. Brontonus, we might get lucky in store next week. Do you mean with weapons?
Yeah, maybe. Potentially.
The sneezes decorate the Death Guard and gifts. Tim has returned.
Oh god. I mean, hey buddy.
Henry bought a Green Stuff World backpack and it is very good. I haven't seen those in use, but I have seen them online.
The which?
Green Stuff World backpack,
Oh, I haven't
like
seen
a
it.
case backpack.
I think that's just like the bigger version that comes with straps, is it? Or is it a different thing
Yeah,
altogether? Yeah.
yeah, but you get like stuff for tools and stuff as well.
No.
Andy, you are chosen to be one of the 100 men to fight the gorilla. What number are you hoping to draw?
At least after the first 80. Like at
Just
least.
tickle them at the end.
No, man, it's a life or death situation. It's a serious thing to consider. Every guy in the world has been
Mm,
thinking about this for the last 2 weeks.
yeah.
Um, it's always that thing you tell yourself, like, if I have to fight a crazy wild animal, I'm gonna go for its eyes in a very vicious manner. Which is like, it's it's like your plan, but it never survives contact with the enemy. I think I feel it like when he grabs your arm and you feel his like squeeze pressure, and then every thought you ever had about how you're going to deal with this guy goes out the window as your brain, as all of the bones in your arm just break. Um. So yeah, you just die. I think. Yes.
Like, is the concept it's a ring and one man goes in at a
No,
time?
no, it's kind of 100 men beat up
Yeah.
one gorilla.
But is it, that's what I mean, is it a queue of
No,
men and
100 dudes run them at the same time.
together?
Yeah. No one has said that they can win. They're all convinced all the men die.
Yeah. Michael has almost done a full 1,000 points of Death Guard. 60% of a war dog to go. Nice. It's pretty good going.
That is pretty good. So I didn't like not that I didn't like it. I just thought the new Imperial Knight wasn't that exciting. Because, it's just a new sprue on the same old model and they're calling it a new Knight. But that's fine. But then the Chaos one came out, which is an old model with one extra sprue. But man, I love that new Chaos Knight. It's so cool. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, dyslexic or something. But it's really cool. I really can't wait for the Chaos one. I'm definitely going to be painting it as Death Guard. It's going to stand proudly next to my Warhound. I think all of my Chaos Knights are now going to become Death Guard Knights. Create that little Death Guard Knight house, I think.
Yeah, rather than thinking about it, that'd be a cool one. Alistair, just off to watch your Warp Spider video. Thanks in advance.
You are welcome.
Did
we do a Warp Spider one?
We did indeed, yeah.
Okay, I forgot.
We did the Phoenix Lord and the Warp Spider.
You are welcome. We're awesome.
The gorilla will rip up the first person and use the parts to beat the other 99 to death. They are way stronger and have way more endurance than you expect. We were talking about this the other day. They are vegetarians. And it's insane. Where are they getting all this?
Oh, yeah, that was the funny thing where it's like,
yeah.
The joke is when like big muscly dudes are like, yeah, I need like 70,000 grams of protein in order to build successful muscle. And then it's like gorilla eats nothing but leaves, jacked out of his mind. You're like, hey, wait a minute, something's not adding up here. What's going on?
Henry, it's the same one that Andy has, but bigger, and it's a backpack. The only negative thing I have to say about it is there's no room for rule books. That's super annoying.
Yeah,
you think it would be like the slot between your back and the box? That's super frustrating. Because then you just have to bring a bag anyway.
It's why I'm considering bringing the art case instead of that, because even though I've already magnetized them all, it's annoying. But it's because, like, I'll have a backpack and my case. My backpack has my clothes and my toothbrush and toothpaste and stuff like that. So I was like I'd rather just have like art case where like half it has your army and half it has your dice and measuring tape and your codexes and all your cards and stuff. It's like one thing. So
yeah,
kind of annoying. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it, but not that I'm getting worked up or anything.
No, not at all. Michael, I think it's his war dogs. One is standard green and the other is painted as the pallid hand.
That's cool.
For Death Guard. That's, yeah. You gonna be posting pictures anywhere, Michael? I want to see them. Lord Raldoron, I would not fight, just take my top off. The gorilla would recognize me as an orangutan and leave me alone. Risky. Bare necessities. I'd bet on the men. So, I thought it was... Because that's why I didn't get why the numbers matter then. Because if everyone's just running at the gorilla, what does it matter where your ticket number is?
Well, think about it, only 6 or 8 dudes can stand around him at any one time.
Yeah, but just walk slowly.
I also think it depends if you're taking the concept of being completely not psychologically ruined, because with what the gorilla will do with the first dude, you won't want to go near him ever. You're not going to be like the big brave, getting tired now, I'm going to go in now. Yeah, right. He is still picking his nose with that dude's arm. So, just, nope.
I'd bet on the men. People forget how vicious we are. We didn't chance upon being the world's top predator. However, that being said, I don't want to be one of the 100 men. But bare necessities, that's with tools. And that's with weapons. That's with, if you're sending in a man versus a gorilla without weapons, we're not the top predator at all. There's nothing about our body that's predatory aside from what we developed.
She done got you there.
100 men wins. No, Tim. 100 men wins 99 out of
You're forgetting something
times.
about Tim. He's American, so 100 Americans, yeah, of course, 20 or 30 of them would
spit
succeed.
on them?
Oh, that was just mean.
Dorman thinks if the men are drunk, the men would win.
Yeah, drunk courage is what's required. Like I said, you can't be not
You couldn't be thinking about it.
No, you would just crap yourself to death.
Yeah. Have you seen a manatee 2 tons on nothing but seaweed? Yeah, and they have yeah. But they just float. They're not mussels. They're just big cows. Gorillas do eat insects. Yeah, they don't eat enough insects to make up for, what did you say, the 9,000 grams of protein?
We'll get Mr. Universe to only eat a diet of bugs next year and see if he wins.
Yeah. Laura posted a thing in work in progress you might like. I will check it out soon. I paint all my Death Guard in palette hand. It's a beautiful scheme. I assume it's the white one that I'm thinking of, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lovely scheme. 100 men versus gorilla. Result, Darwinism. Brontonus, I'd bet on...
From thing would be that... trying to remember the name of that TV show. My joke is kind of ruined now.
Which one?
The monkey's name was Darwin in it. Donnie was the little wild kid. The Wild Thornberrys. Nigel Thornberry. Darwin was like, I don't think Darwin would be that interested in fighting. He was a fairly polite British gentleman of a monkey for some reason. I don't really understand that. Nigel Thornberry is the accent I go to when I'm talking as my Praetorian commander, when I'm playing my Praetorian Guard. Nigel Thornberry, old chaps. Form square. Do not fire at those orcs until you see the reds of their eyes.
Brontonus would bet on the men because the gorilla would drown in the blood from killing the dudes. There's more logic there. JB1Yo, hello from your English friend in Spain. Hello. First time chat. If you got a gifted sub earlier, if you send me a message, I will give you the Discord link.
Well, hello, sir. How are you? What is the happy haps? Presume you're taking many, many advantages of the nice weather. Although you're in Spain, so the nice weather's always over there, right? For your golf. Our user.
Colin says male gorillas eat up to 30 kilos of plants per day.
That doesn't change the fact that there's no protein, you know, unless it's like 30 kilos of spinach or something.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they eat spinach.
They do. You throw 30 kilos of spinach. You throw 14 kilos into a frying pan and it turns into 3 grams by the time it's time to start eating.
Yeah, maybe they're working out by just the eating is the working out. Let's work backwards then. 100 men versus shark. I bet on the shark. If it's 100 men at a shark, then the men will win. Again, if it's a queue, because even think about a shark will swim away because it's not going to do that. You'd have to have the shark trapped. So like a shark would just be like, no, I'm not, this isn't.
Reminds me of one of my favorite jokes. It's like a shark would beat me in the ocean, but I'd beat a shark on land. So on a triathlon, it would all come down to the bicycle. So good.
Juan Manuel, hi, over on YouTube.
I'm too shy for what?
For posting pictures. No, we want to see pictures.
Juan Manuel Lopez. Hello. You got a really cool name.
Every amazing military story I've read usually involved the line, and he was drunk at the time. If it's like the Rogue Heroes thing we're watching, yeah, probably. Although sometimes they're not drunk and they're still just as crazy.
I saw it was a really funny comedian, like a joke today, which is really good, which was he was on stage and he was talking to the crowd. He was like, okay, everybody think of the worst thing you've possibly done when you were really, really drunk. And then, well, it started the other way around. I ruined the joke already, but it's fine. We can do it this way around as well. But it's like, I bet all of you are thinking of something that's probably a crime. And it's like, yeah, we did some pretty bad. And it's like, okay, now everybody think of the worst thing you have ever done while you were high. What did you do? Like pet a dog you weren't supposed to or something? Like you did nothing wrong. So chill. Why is one band? Follow up is pink. Mago's purple. That's Mago's purple. Up this thing. This thing.
Bare Necessity says Johnny's ripped off arms or legs can be used as a tool for 99 Timmies, not just used by the gorilla. That is a good point.
Is it though?
I'm trying to be nice. Okay, so 100 men versus a gorilla in the forest on the mountains. Still bet on the gorilla. Yeah, because he could climb a tree and just jump in you.
He's only climbing a tree to have a nap from killing the first 37 dudes. He'll be down in an hour to finish the rest of you off.
Gorgonson, think of it this way. Every apex predator on the planet is dead apart from us. That's not true. And we didn't cause previous extinctions. Like, we're not responsible for the T-Rex or someone going. And we will go too. Ashley, you want to be the guy to convince the gorilla to give up his new hitty toys?
Oh no. I really don't.
Yeah, tiger, lion, eagle, shark. There are tons of apex predators. Okay, Tim's back again. It depends on the men. 100 guys from Ireland might lose. 100 men from America, maybe if they're all from Florida. 100 Australians probably would win.
They just make friends with it.
Yeah,
Or I
probably.
might gorilla and them having a beer in like 5 minutes flat.
Yeah.
He's alright.
100 African guys would win with 90%, 90 of them watching from the audience. But with no weapons, what are you actually doing to hurt the gorilla? Yeah, I feel like everyone is just forgetting the fact that you are a little man. or an American, but you're, you know, like, three of those are endangered, so humanity is supreme. Agree to disagree. I think you would need to have a punch like Tyson just to even register to the gorilla that you've even bruised it. Gorillas don't climb trees, really. They ground nest, but they can climb trees if they wanted to jump. Can we beat the gorilla in a game of 40k? What army would the gorilla play? Ogres. Oh no, they're not 40k, never mind.
Ogrins.
Ooh. I still bet on the gorilla against my dice rolling.
Jen, is that you? Are you here?
Andy's Aussie accents sounded like they're from Devon.
Well, I've never been to Devon or know anyone from Devon, so screw you.
Maybe there were a lot of criminals in Devon. Maybe that's what happened.
Oh, it all makes sense. Are you a crime? No.
Soren says definitely. Actually, I realized I brought the wrong edition and I'd have to forfeit against the gorilla.
And he'd be really annoyed that you wasted his time, that he'd pull your arms and legs off.
Henrik has a few Citadel Crusades, and what I can fit in one of them, I can fit in the Green Stuff World Army Transport Backpack. So it doesn't make any difference, except when you're going to play and you get there, you just take out all the trays, and I have all my movement trays magnetized, so everything is ready and nothing gets stuck on the phone.
Yep, it's definitely superior.
Yeah. When I've traveled with a Citadel Crusade, I have to have a backpack with the rule books and all the other things you need. Now you can take it in a tote bag instead. Revenant says, same as every other gorilla, world leaders.
It's true.
If the gorilla is anything like Grodd from Superman, then the gorilla plays Custodes.
I could see them being quite like sophisticated and stuff.
Yeah. Strategize.
Or he just plays like Chewie.
Well, that was the next comment. I think the 40k thing is moot. It's like playing Chewbacca chess. In the skirmish game Drowned Earth, you can play with humans and gorillas, so you could try this out. Oh wait, what's the game where you like send 1,000 ducks against like a man? That game. Has anyone done the gorilla thing?
Yeah, they've done 100 gorillas fighting Chuck Norris. Those poor gorillas.
Yeah. See, yeah, maybe it depends on the men. The gorilla would somehow play. Andy, help.
What?
On YouTube, the second last.
The gorilla would somehow play Jakaro army. It's true.
Jakaro.
A Jakaro weaponsmith is it's a weird alien race which is actually just orangutans, but they're like incredibly like the best artisans in the galaxy, make the best weapons and equipment and tanks, and they're incredible. But there's not many of them left.
They have an orange named after them?
Yeah, Jakaro orange is their. Yeah.
Yeah, I've used it. I just never knew how to say it.
Well, yeah.
They'll play an Aldari army. They're no Monkey.
Monkai.
Monkey. I'm sorry I ruined your joke. Goose. Goose! Goose is back!
Hello, Mr. Goose.
Devon and Cornwall were home to lots of pirates, so maybe that's true. Do Aussies have extra fingers or toes?
Did I
That
just
will
make a
confirm
balls
one
of it?
way
Is
or
his
another.
helmet? That's not a hood, is it? That's a correct helmet, isn't it? Shit. I just realised that as I put purple on it, I was like, you're supposed to be green.
Beans.
Ah, beans. Okay. A wet brush and you can remove contrast fast enough.
Tim, you have to remember that in real life, 100 guys run at a gorilla will run away. If for some reason they want to fight a gorilla, if for some reason they want to fight, a gorilla is 20 times stronger than a human. So if you could remove the fear factor from the humans, you could have 20 guys jump on each arm and 20 guys jump on each
Timothy.
leg.
How exactly are 20 guys going to hold an arm? How do 20 guys fit around an arm? I'll give you 3. And he's going to pick up those 3 on each arm and smash them together like coconuts. Like, you sound like Trump. You're just... What we're going to do is we're just going to get 100 armies, and our 100 armies are going to go against their one army, and we're going to win, and it's going to be huge.
I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, but hey, I love your videos. Thoughts on the new Saturday Night Marines for Horus Heresy?
Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the videos. I do not like those models at all. I really dislike the Saturday Night Terminators and the Dreadnought in that box set. So yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint. I had to I threw it in my group chat. And then I did I don't like being that guy, so I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm wrong here. So I messaged Dave, he was in the chat by himself, being like, am I being a grumpy old man? And he's like, they're ass. And I was like, oh, okay.
And whispering on the side.
So yeah, I just don't like them. I don't think it looks like Warhammer.
I feel like I spend too much time looking at the picture of the one in the truck and going, there's far too much stuff recognizable in that thing for the other way, like that's how they find out how they leak stuff and all.
Oh yeah. The messy truck, you're just painted like being nosy.
Yeah, like I the heresy stuff doesn't interest me enough anyway, so then that was more like, how are they gonna catch that guy if it is a leak? If it's not. They look like Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I did see the board game for Dawn of War. I'm hoping it's a new sprue. Somebody said it looks like a recoloring of Blade Guard Veterans. And maybe you're just going to get a squad of Blade Guard Veterans in that kit to paint up. But I don't know. I was looking at it and I think they're not Blade Guard Veterans, but I'm not 100% sure.
Tim, do you think that... Tim... Okay. Do you want to chase a gorilla, Tim? I don't think the gorilla will...
get confused and chase his own shadow. It is the old sprue that was in the Indomitus box with the ancient and the... I knew it looked like more than just Blade Guard. So yeah, that's disappointing. I thought it was like the Titus game or whatever, where we were going to get new models or
what is it? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like, will there not be another sprue that's the counter part of the game, or is that a silly question?
No. There should be a bad guy, but sometimes they use tokens and stuff for to represent the bad dude. So I don't think so. I think it is just a... Who cares about that?
They'll just move across the board, kind of. Yeah. Alistair's back. He enjoyed the Warp Spiders painting video. You made it look so easy.
Yeah, it's because it is easy, man. They're just war dollies. Don't be stressing yourself out.
Goose is more interested in the Mark II Marines in the box, but other than that, nah. Goose has spoken. Goose gives it a thumbs down.
Huh.
Sad honk. Honk honk. Could still be a cheap way to get that sprue. Those games are mostly very cheap. Yeah,
Yeah. You're right.
when it was in Target, those are pretty cheap ones.
Yeah, it was like 30 quid or whatever.
Yeah.
$30 dude. So yeah, exactly. Especially since a box of Blade Guards like 45 or something now. So even just if you want a squad of Blade Guard veterans, forget all the other models in there. It's a cheaper way of getting them.
Would you like to take some more energy drink, Andy?
Oh, this one's all gone, so I got a weaker one.
Like the game where Titus was in first with the 20 Termagants. Yeah, that for what you got in that set, it was very good.
Yeah.
Truthfully, the new box for Heresy makes me super excited to start another army. Definitely not my 9th Heresy army.
I thought you were going to be really
army.
sassy and be like, the box really inspires me to start a new army. I'm sorry. I know because I hate being that guy. Like I shouldn't be that guy because there is people that are excited about it and they have people just shitting on it for nothing. I just need to shut up. People will like it. And I'll probably be those person who will like paint one of them up out of the box and I'll be like, no, it's actually kind of nice.
And
Then
yeah,
because like gobshite. More of a gobshite than normal. 2 out of 5 hunks. I have a new scoring system. Oh no.
Yeah, there's so many models that once you see them in your hand or painted by something that isn't the box art style, it can really change it. Ashley is just painting the pistol for the Noise Marine squad leader. It is so close to being a needler, I really want to make it one, but I lack the skill.
Well, why would you want it to be a needler? I mean, a Space Marine wouldn't use a needler. You madman. Pathetic weapon.
I think... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Needler made me think of the little creature from Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, no, the Halo gun.
Oh.
The really big, beautiful one with blue with all the pink crystals coming out of the back of it.
Oh, yeah. You only find it every so often.
Yeah.
The new Dread looks awesome. Bigger than a Leviathan. And loaded up with impressive firepower. Niffler, thank you. That's what I was thinking. Sorry. Yeah, I think if that box is what they are releasing, when we see proper pictures that weren't taken in a van, then I think everyone will. And also, it's like the hype, and then the hype getting taken away, and then the hype, like, yeah, yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Just like people have worked for months, like potentially like a couple of years on that release on the set and like timing and everything, and then like, but like I think everyone's talking about it, so you know. All the models in the box are perfect for my Iron Warriors army.
Enjoy.
For necessities, I'm so glad I got that large box with Titus, way more bang for my pounds. Yeah, like Kuprinsky said, you can get your Titus model on its own for more now. White Wolf, at least you're honest, Andy. Not everything that comes out floats your boat, and you're happy to say that, which I, for one, respect.
Yeah, but I think I could say it like that. I could say it's not my thing. instead of just shitting on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's both and.
Goose won't need the stripes on that dread. It already looks like a walking hazard. I need to look at the pictures again. Are they still on? Would I get sent them? So it is still Age of Darkness as well.
Yep.
I thought because it would be a new one that the Age of Darkness part would be changed, no?
No.
Because the first box was Age of Darkness was the release, so I thought it would have been like the new edition. I really wish Jolie is playing a joke on us, like they made up a box of fake models just to leak a photo. That's where I am. The heresy is known as the Age of Darkness. But why does it have like... still thought it was like they were relaunching the Horus Heresy. Then it was like Age of... like as in Leviathan and stuff. I thought that was where the Age of Darkness label part on the box was.
Honestly, I wasn't sure of that myself.
Sorry?
I'm just saying I wasn't sure of that myself either.
Yeah. It just seems like a branding of the edition, not like, yeah. Henry, don't mess with my War Dolly's patches. Okay, patches, because the stickers don't work very well on them. If you, I don't know, well, I know because it's a fabric bag, isn't it?
We're gonna get them as hoodies. We're gonna get them as hoodies as well.
Yeah. But patches is a really good idea. Okay. Velcro patches or sewing patches though?
Or iron-on patches.
Interesting. Goose has brought all the sass tonight because he just said, with those Terminators, I'd play in the dark too.
Oh, I definitely gets like 1 out of 5 honks from him.
Gorgonson, best tip for thinking about heresy is don't compare it to the meta mess of 40k. It is Age of Darkness simply because it is the Age of Darkness, nothing to do with additions. But like for me, they launched it as this is the Age of Darkness box set, and that's what's confusing me now. What do Space Marines do with their helmets when they're not wearing them during combat?
They get they get magnetized to their legs or whatever.
Oh.
Or do you mean like when they're like not wearing their armor? They have a whole armory
during
room.
Combat?
Well, during combat, yeah, it's just stuck to the side of them.
I think they just kick them along like a football and put them back up when they need.
God damn it.
Come along. Henrik, I like iron-on patches, but with Velcro you could use that function, but also sew on if you want. Yeah, because the Velcro then you would need the two sides. Yeah, okay. I will look at iron-on patches. That is a very good idea. Very interesting. Brother, forgive me. I must retrieve my helmet. I swear it's around here somewhere. Yeah. It says, I think they all have their little, like, names in the back of their helmets, and then they're like, hey, Alan, I found your helmet.
Jesus Christ.
Kabrinsky has redeemed Hydrate.
Yeah,
He also redeemed it, too. I feel like we hadn't fully talked about what everyone else is doing tonight as well. You know, doing hobby? You could forget the great hero of the Imperium, Alan.
Alan. Alan.
Evelyn, I'm gonna ruin your joke because I can't say his name.
I don't remember why there's no girls allowed in Games Workshops. It's all coming back to me now.
I'm gonna say Yofram. Brother Yofram, why was your helmet in the Russians colour? Henry, I can weave a damask cloth, but my skill with a needle and thread extends to the point where I can sew in a button. If you can sew a button, you can sew a patch. There's my advice for the day.
Write that down, folks. Write that down.
It's gotta be a sticker soon.
Oh, fudge.
Gabrinsky is working on boats. What army are you working on tonight? Gorgonson painting up what's left of my Age of Darkness, ready for the next one. Very cool. White Wolf, I'd sew you a patch, but Mediocre would throw a cease and desist at me. To be honest, we'd probably forget to do it, so go ahead.
Laura would forget to do it, so go ahead.
What have you been forgetting to do, mister?
Sorry, I've been painting 60 hours a week. Give me a break over here.
Stooge is painting Sanctifiers. Very nice. It's either Took or Tuck art. Digital art. Currently animating for a game. Very cool. What kind of game is it? What kind of style? Kabrinsky, the boats are some models for the Socialist Union of South America and then some French submarines. Very nice. The White Wolf is not hobbying tonight because he spent all day hobbying. He's watching The Punisher and Us.
Respect it.
Nexus is painting a Orc War Buggy, Pink Space Marines, Bolt Action Germans, and a Necromunda gang. That is a busy table.
You have hobby Tourette's over there or something? Like, what's going on?
You gotta do something while paint dries.
That's what reels are for.
True. Glenn's hobbies 5 months and counting. Woo! 5 months for Glenn's subscription streak.
Ooh, very nice. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Callum is painting a converted Chaos Knight that's been sat in a shell for too many years.
Respect it.
Did you get inspired today, or did you start it before today? Yesterday. What day is it? Tuesday. Yesterday. Just ignore me. Nexus. Yes, I like to flip between projects. I think it's a good idea to have lots of stuff in front of you and ready to go. What are the Pink Space Marines? Are they Emperor's children or are they something else? Colin is watching football and the two of us as he has built Titus and tried out the new AK paint markers. What is your quick review on the paint markers? Because they look interesting. Started a few days back. I don't know what you just dropped because the camera is behind.
I got annoyed at my brush and I threw it on the floor.
Oh, okay.
It was a new brush and it would just not hold its point. Something was wrong with it.
Bare necessities hobby today. Gonna start hobbying again tomorrow. Got an Emperor's Champion and 4 kit bashed intercessors to finish. Did the first intercessor today to nail the test scheme, and you happy with it? I missed Psychomatic. Inherited a room full of minis from a late friend, and I'm trying to figure out how to display it all since IKEA has discontinued the Detop.
The small €50 cabinet.
That's so frustrating when they do that. I don't even know why they. I know I know business stuff, but it's frustrating.
They have loads of different options now. There's like a whole section of glass cabinets. So maybe there's something better than that, but not as cheap.
Yeah, it won't be. Yeah. Kabrinsky is tempted by the Chaos Knights. Revenant, a craftsman, never blames tools. It's true. It is true. Yeah. Nexus, I'm gonna just put a message in the chat, and if you click on my name, and then you can send a whisper, which is Twitch messaging, then I'll send you the link for the Discord. Rantanus, how to look after your brushes. When they're naughty, throw them on the ground. Yeah. When they're naughty, they don't get to go on YouTube.
It's true.
Raisa finally got a hold of Two Thin Coat's yellow wash and used it on my demon prints like you suggested. It really does make a difference.
Glad you like it, buddy. Yeah, it's such a difference. And you did buy the yellow glaze, right? Not the yellow wash.
They did say wash, but yeah, maybe they meant the glaze. Axelon was having a think with Emperor's Children. Since they put Angron, Mortarion, and Magnus in a Christmas box, instead of getting Fulgrim now, I might wait until the Christmas Battle Force release, since they might put him in there.
It's not a bad idea at all. Just be aware that sometimes those box sets sell out in seconds, so...
Yeah, especially if you're getting a Fulgrim one. That's a good point, though, to wait for it, though.
Yeah, I do think you're right. It will definitely be in a Christmas box, I'd say.
So for the intercessors, Bare Necessities is kind of happy with his test scheme. I don't paint Grimdark, which is what was requested, but this is for someone else as part of a community paint and swap. So I think I know what to do to nail the last 4. Paint and swap, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they did mean guys.
Okay, good.
Did I get this one? Colin is quite impressed with the paint markers, especially tidying up the paint job. Easy to use. Not sure if I'd want to paint a whole model with them.
Yeah, I'm not sure with them. They didn't grab my attention.
I want to see what they advertise them as being for, because that was my impression, that it was for tidying up stuff. But I don't know whether they do expect people to do more with them, because that doesn't seem
For
like
what
the
I'm doing
easiest way
right
to...
now, they would just have a brass pen and they would be going around doing all the brass trim instead of using a brush.
Yeah. I still feel like there'd be bits that you might not be able to get
Oh yeah,
at.
for sure. There will be parts that you won't be able to get.
Yeah. So you'd still end up getting a brush and getting paint out, and
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like a gimmick or something. Oh shite.
Excellent. Based on the stuff on shelves here, they don't seem that popular. Granted, there are a lot of Imperium players here. Maybe you might get lucky then. Camera.
Oh.
No, Andy's in Prism again.
I'm in Prism again? Yeah, a year to work on something.
So what did you eventually pick? Because you were...
It was Death Guard or Tau was the two, but then I'm doing that thing where I'm not committing. Like, I expect everyone else to pick one, and then I'm like, I would be this or this or this. Because Lumineth Realm Lords is also another one that would require a year of my time to paint up.
But is it not something that you want to spend a year on? Did we think of the name for that thing? They're like...
Not your Deus Machina, your... What's the thing where it's called like your masterpiece?
Like, I don't know whether... Would you want Lumineth Realm Lords to be that thing, or are you just like, they're going to take a while to paint? Magnus Opus is what we were trying to think of. Thank you. Yeah. Some kind of... Everyone has spelled it differently.
Every single person. Who knows?
So... like, yeah, I feel the question should be something that you want to spend a year on.
Because like, I think I would like to put this much effort into the entire Death Guard army.
Yeah.
And that would, like, for that, it would take my, like, 4 or 5 Chaos Knights in as well, that kind of thing. Like, it would be a whole thing.
Yeah.
But it would probably be Death Guard. I think it would be really sick to have that whole... I also like armies that were once or are currently in the starter box, because they were part of the starter box for 40k. There is so many models, so many characters, so many different sculpts.
Yeah.
Like, my Death Guard army has 3 squads of infantry as like the base build, and not one single sculpt is duplicated. Like, not one.
Yeah.
Every single one of them is like a unique sculpt, because you got a full set of dudes from the starter box, you got a full set of dudes from the heroes kit, and you got a full set of dudes from the multi-part kit. So the entire thing is just, it's so cool. I am painting models from the Death Guard Terminator kit. So I'm currently working on a full squad of 5, but I got to the metallic stage and I just couldn't batch paint the metallics. So this particular dude got all of the brass and silver done in one go. So I'm going to shade this entire model now because I want to see what it looks like all shaded. And then I might do the metallics on one more dude. Maybe, I don't think I have time, but we shall see. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. So for anyone who missed the start of the stream, Andy had a question earlier, which was, if you had 1 year and you were, let's say locked in a room.
Fallout
You
bunker.
don't have to, yeah, and that you you have money to support yourself, whatever. Like you're not, let's answer all those questions. What project, what army would you bring in to work on for 1 year?
Yeah. What if you got like a sabbatical from work? You get a full year paid to
Yeah,
sit at home and do
exactly.
whatever you
Yeah,
want to do.
yeah.
What's the project for a year that you focus on?
Basically, if lockdown happens again, but none of our jobs are, what was the word that they used?
Essential.
Yeah.
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 Which, it could happen, so let's plan ahead. Bird flu or whatever's coming next.
Terminators are in 5 and 3-man squads for Nurgle ones, because you got the Death Guard Terminators, which are the really cool guys with sides. They come in 3s, and then the normal Terminators come in 5. But you can add more dudes to it if you want.
So Gorgonson would be Solar Auxiliary, so many tanks and infantry to build.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Solar Auxiliary to paint as well. But...
Thousand Suns, as it takes so long to paint one.
you get through a combat patrol in a year.
Yeah. We tried to make a speed paint combat patrol, and then at the end we just had how to paint them, what was it, easily or something?
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be speed paint Thousand Suns, and we changed the title because we were like, this is not speed paint. It took forever.
Yeah. I do think they're beautiful, and if you get that blue correct, like correct is in my head to do with the art, but they're stunning. But my God, I'd never paint them.
I like Gorgon's idea. Ultimate plan is 720 guardsmen in just your troop choices. He gets it.
Whoa.
I would like if someone chose for me and someone locked me in a room for a year and was like, you've got a year to paint as many Cadians as possible, I think I'd also be happy with that. Like, I want more Cadians. Like, I've got one platoon of new Cadians painted, so 55 dudes. I've new command squad and 50 dudes. And now I have Minka Lesk's new command squad, and I want to give her 50 more infantry. Like, she needs her platoon.
Yeah.
And now in my head as well, I kind of want to do what Raldron is doing with obviously he's doing his company of Blood Angels, or his chapter of Blood Angels, but he's doing an entire retro company of all the original models. But I want to do a full platoon of just the older generation of Cadians we just lost. And I want to get like the old Metal Command Squad and the old, I just want those there. And old Metal Creed and Cal on that. I want it. That was only in my head today. Cadians wouldn't be a bad show.
You got to pick.
Pepanola just subscribed. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Gotta pick. I think Death Guard, because that would be a new army that I've never played with Death Guard before.
Okay, true. Yeah, so then you could...
This will be a whole new thing.
When you emerge with like a raggedy beard and stuff next year, then you'd be like, Death Guard.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here for it. Thinking of it, a year would be more than enough time to do those 101 crew mate. Yeah. I know I said knights earlier as a fancy project, but a year just grinding out infantry with no escape from it would be... But you'd go insane. Like, I would enjoy it. It's torture for you. So it's not supposed to be torturous. It's supposed to be that project you have in your head for like retirement kind of thing.
Yeah.
The only problem is when we retire, our eyesights are all going to be too bad to do the projects. Or else we'll think they're as good as we thought. Yeah, I nailed it. So good.
It's just, you're in a room with like really bad lighting. Oh, you can walk outside. Oh my God, I just wasted a year of my life. I didn't even use the right green.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, like a project, like we're saying an army, like earlier when he asked me the question, it was a costume for my answer, and then like a Warhammer, because they're just from doing different things. So this is something that not like, okay, I should probably do that thing. What do you really want to do for a year?
Hendrickson, there was a competition last year where I could win a year in a bunker with internet access and a year's salary, plus a little something extra. I entered it to think the biggest problem they would have is getting me to leave my new paradise. Wonder if a year would be
Yeah.
enough time to do a full chapter. Like, see, that would be a sexy project, but no, it wouldn't be enough time. Genuinely wouldn't be. Like, think about it like this. Like, even before you do any tanks or any support vehicles, you have to do like 3 Marines a day, which isn't that a lot, right? But that's still a couple hours of painting. And then you got to do tanks and Thunderhawks and like 50 bikers and 100 scouts and servitors and 4 Thunderhawks. Like, no, a year's not enough time. Do we get an air? Yeah, anything you want. You want unlimited paint, unlimited glue, unlimited everything.
Yeah. It's the project that's important. It's like you can every single thing, like you get internet access for references. Like nothing is, what's the word? Like off limits. It's just, what would you do? You should paint super drunk and see what happens. I'm pretty sure Andy's done that before.
Yeah. Tim bought me a bottle of Game of Thrones scotch during lockdown, and it was awful. I don't like scotch at all. I don't.
It was the coolest bottle though.
Yeah, but it was disgusting. But we were in lockdown and I didn't have anything else, and my computer kept crashing for some reason. Just Discord kept crashing and kicking me out. So every time it kicked me out, I was like, I'm gonna take a shot every time it crashes out. And by the end of the night, the bottle of scotch was gone, and I was ragged. Trying to do hobby. This toilet, stop moving! I'm trying to pee. Keep telling him I don't like scotch, but he keeps buying me scotch. I don't know why.
Does he like scotch?
No.
Oh, I thought it was one of those.
Like
if you don't like it, I'll have it
no
instead. Tim Old World Chaos Army.
Solid choice. An Old World Army is just that's a good choice because it's hundreds of models usually.
Yeah.
Drunk
painting is the way to go, to be honest. Gets rid of all the shaking.
Could be an interesting video. I try and paint an arm model while pish drunk. Demonetized immediately.
I edit that video. Just mute it.
I wake up with a hangover and a Slayer sword. What happened? You have access to everything you need and you don't have to be around other people. What's not to love?
It's the ultimate dream.
It is the ultimate dream.
Oh, I got an airbrush. I'll paint fancy space art on the walls of the room I'm locked in. You could do like really fancy counting down the days, like the prison things, except like super fancy ones. Plus the Forge World monsters for Tim. Yeah. Very cool.
Tim, what's the one Forge World monster you wish you could have right now? I've always wanted a siege giant. I know it's a weird one. It's not the one I want the most that I'm missing, but I've always wanted a siege giant.
Siege. Oh yeah. Why is it just for completionism or?
It's just a cool model. It's just so cool.
Is Told Dragon what Tim meant to say?
Yeah, Termican's the one I have. Loser.
Or Magma Dragon. Yeah, is that the little puppy one you did during lockdown?
Yeah.
He's cute. Best video idea there. Entering Golden Demon with a model I painted drunk. I mean, you can put in any model. You just, you're not going to get anywhere. But yeah.
Get to the counter. Is this the guy you painted drunk? No. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Oh.
Andy unlocking next level painting skills by the power of Grey Groove's. I ruined your joke. I'm sorry. I have the power. He's saying
I have the power.
power. The last bottle I got you was a bourbon.
Yeah, it was also gross. Nice bottle. Tim is of the, like, you know, you don't judge a book by a cover. He definitely judges alcohol by the bottles. Ooh, that's pretty.
But imagine if you won.
Yeah, could you imagine?
I asked the guy in the shop and he gave me that one.
It's not hard for me, buddy. Just Jameson. You want to go fancy? Black Label. It's done.
Are there any drunken models you could paint? You could enter into Golden Demon, painted drunk to be truly meta. The dwarves?
Yeah, there's drunken dwarf models I have.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny. I painted a drunken dwarf while being drunk.
Yeah. Sangalo just subscribed. Subscribed. Revenant redeemed. Blow your nose.
No. I'm in the zone with the brown wash. Give me a second.
Do you think the Cathay army would be one, or would you not want to spend that much time on an army like that?
No, definitely, yeah. Like the Cities of Sigma army, I think it deserves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't play Age of Sigmar anymore, so City of Sigmar is driving me nuts.
I know. But it's not about playing. It's about...
True. Collecting and displaying and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, first Terminator is base coated and washed.
Nice. So you have a blow your nose and a stretch. And...
Can I stretch my nose while I'm blowing? Is that how that works?
I don't want to know. Not enough models for the... Yeah, but imagine what you could do.
Wait, what's not enough models?
The Cathay army.
Oh, that's not true at all. Like, even if you think about, like, you want to do, I don't know, I would say at least 120 infantry, including archers and foot troops. Like, you divide 120 by, like, how many are you going to do in a week? 20? Maybe? So that's 6 weeks of painting just for the infantry. Not monsters, not characters, not... I don't know. Do I what?
Do you take weekends in this box?
You can do whatever you want. You've got a year. No pressure. But, like, it's not like you're working 9 to 5. What's a weekend for? You can stop and go play video games for 2 days if you want to. No one's stopping you.
Didn't drill the barrel. We don't do that on this channel.
We don't drill shame in this channel.
Cathay will have more coming, like Dragon Guard or other artsy pieces. Skaven would be fun for a year of, or Sons of Horus for Horus Heresy. Will you be getting the Wood Elf Battalion box, or is that a question that you can't answer?
Laura, you gotta go.
Is it happening?
Oh my god, it's happening so bad. Mute yourself and unmute yourself. Oh, she's gone. Ow. Will you be getting the Wood Elf Battalion box, or is that a question you can't answer? I'm not being sent it, no. At least I haven't been sent it yet. Or have been... I usually don't get sent those kind of box sets. I don't know. They're kind of stingy with the old world stuff. I don't know why that is. But yeah, old world is something that I wish they would. But out of all the battalion boxes that have come out, the one I need for my personal collection the most is the Wood Elf one. All the other battalions, I have everything in it like 10 times over. Every army collected 1,000,000 times over. But I never owned a Wood Elf army. So I do need infantry and cavalry and all that kind of stuff for it now. So at some stage, I'm sure I will just buy the box. And it's just a loose connection somewhere with your aux cable or whatever. It's something stupid. Something so stupid. Here at Mediocre Hobbies, we keep our models organic. Never drilled or pinned, just good natural plastic painted quickly. You're goddamn right. That was rude. That was pretty effing rude. Time to end the stream and spend 2 hours painting Tyranids now. So we have a beautiful 39 people left on Twitch who are all gonna stick around for the Where's Medusa today? The disgracefulness. Stick around for the raid. If there's any of you fine people on YouTube who want to jump over to Twitch for the raid, please feel free to do that now. Napping, probably. I will now attempt to find somebody to raid. I bet I find someone super quick. Straight into the miniatures and modeling section. We are on the first line of that. Thank you, beautiful people. That's all because of your awesomeness. Let us find somebody who's doing some hobby. Who is this chap? He's doing a cool model and he's done a really good job on it. So this is who we're rating. We also have the option to follow him, which means we haven't rated him before. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. /raid. All right, you beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you so much for sticking around with us for the stream. We had some good laughs. I think the gorilla would win. Do not like Saturday Night Terminators that much. Had some fun painting some Death Guard. Tomorrow's video will be important. It's my painting 1,000 points for 1,000 videos. So make sure everybody goes and watches that, share it, make everyone else, watch it. Grands, aunties, uncles, your priests, all them. And just be awesome and stuff like that. So as always, thank you guys so much. And I will see you on Thursday for the continuation of painting Death Guard Terminators. I'm just going to keep painting them on stream. I really like doing it and I want to get through them all and stuff. So yeah. I love you all and goodbye.